The sequel opens with Maya now living quietly in another city, still haunted by visions of the dark entities she once fought. She thinks the shadows are gone, but faint whispers follow her in crowded places. Her nightmares grow more vivid, showing a crumbling church where something ancient is trapped. She keeps a journal to separate dreams from reality. One night, she wakes up with her hands covered in black soot, though nothing burned. Maya realizes the shadows aren't finished with her. Detective Alvarez, who investigated Maya's past case, returns when strange murders start plaguing the city. Victims are found drained of life, their eyes pitch black. Alvarez notices symbols etched on walls that match those Maya once described. He reluctantly seeks her out, despite believing she was unstable. When he finds her, Maya warns that the veil between worlds is thinning. This time, it's not just her. Everyone is at risk. Maya begins researching the church from her dreams, discovering it's real, abandoned, and cursed for over a century. Legends say it was built over a sealed rift to the in-between, a shadow realm. Her journal entries begin writing themselves at night, detailing rituals she doesn't remember learning from. The pages mention a name, the Hollow One. She feels drawn to the church, though every instinct tells her not to go. Alvarez agrees to investigate, but insists on police backup. When Alvarez's team enters the church, equipment fails instantly. A suffocating darkness swallows them, leaving only whispers echoing through the halls. One officer screams and vanishes, pulled into the shadows. Alvarez drags Maya out before the rest meet the same fate. Outside, the survivors realize hours have passed, though they were inside only minutes. The Hollow One is awake, feeding again. Maya seeks help from an old professor of occult history, Dr. Harrow. He explains that the shadows were servants, but the Hollow One is their master. Its goal is to merge the Shadow Realm with the living world. The soot on Maya's hands is residue from crossing boundaries in her dreams. Harrow warns she is becoming a conduit, whether she likes it or not. Maya realizes she might be the key to sealing the rift or opening it. 6. Meanwhile, Alvarez investigates the victims further. He discovers all of them had visited the church ruins in the last month. They were lured by strange music only they could hear. Alvarez begins hearing it too, faint violins at night. His reflection twitches on its own when he looks in the mirror. The corruption is spreading faster than they thought. Maya attempts to confront her visions directly through a ritual in her apartment. The walls bleed shadows, and a dark figure emerges. It whispers promises of power if she surrenders. Instead, Maya burns the journal, but the entity laughs. It was never in the book. The flames rise unnaturally, revealing a glimpse of the in-between. Maya collapses, waking to find hours missing again. Dr. Harrow reveals that only a Shadow Bearer can stop the Hollow One, but becoming one means binding the darkness inside her forever. Maya hesitates, fearing she'll lose herself. Alvarez encourages her, promising to keep her grounded. Still, she wonders if she can trust him. His eyes flicker with black at times. The line between friend and foe blurs as paranoia grows. The city falls into chaos as shadow creatures attack in the streets. They emerge at dusk, dragging people into darkness. News reports claim it's mass hysteria, but footage shows otherwise. Maya realizes the rift is already cracking open. The church bell begins ringing on its own every night at midnight. Each toll sends waves of fear across the city. Alvarez and Maya prepare to face the church again, but Dr. Harrow insists on joining them. He reveals an ancient seal hidden beneath the altar can banish the Hollow One. However, activating it requires a blood sacrifice. Maya fears Harrow has darker motives than he admits. Still, time is running out. The rift pulses like a beating heart. They venture inside as the shadows close in. Inside the church, the walls shift as if alive. Maya hears children crying in the distance, though no one is there. Alvarez nearly succumbs to hallucinations of his dead wife. Dr. Harrow warns him not to listen, but his own face flickers, revealing hollow sockets. Maya realizes Harrow has been touched by the Hollow One longer than he confessed. The group splinters as trust disintegrates. The altar chamber finally reveals itself, massive and suffocating. The seal lies broken, glowing faintly under layers of ash. Shadow creatures swirl above, chanting in unison. Harrow declares he was chosen to complete the merging ritual. He pulls a dagger, prepared to sacrifice Maya, but Alvarez shoots him before he can finish. The Hollow One's voice shakes the church as Harrow's body is absorbed into the darkness. A massive hand of shadow claws through the cracked seal. Maya feels herself being pulled forward as if magnetized to the entity. Alvarez tries to hold her, but the force is too strong. She realizes the only way to close it is to let herself merge with it. Tears stream down her face as she steps into the rift. Inside the in-between, Maya floats in endless void. Countless faces scream in silence around her. The Hollow One manifests as a towering figure with no mouth, only hollow eyes. It offers her dominion if she kneels. Instead, Maya cuts her own palm, pressing her blood to the fractured seal. Light erupts from within her, burning the shadows back. Outside, Alvarez watches as the church begins collapsing inward. Screams echo as shadows disintegrate in the streets. The bell shatters into dust, silencing the midnight toll forever. He calls out for Maya, but there is no answer. The seal glows brightly, then seals shut completely. The Hollow One's grip finally breaks. Days later, the city struggles to rebuild. Officials cover up the incident as a mass panic event. Alvarez resigns from the force, unable to reconcile what he witnessed. He keeps visiting the ruins of the church, hoping for a sign of Maya. At night, he sometimes hears her voice whispering his name. He wonders if she's gone or trapped inside forever. Maya awakens in a mirror dimension standing in a fractured version of the city. Here, the streets are empty and every building is cloaked in shadow. She realizes she didn't die, she became the new guardian of the rift. The Hollow One is gone, but remnants of its power linger. Maya sees another figure in the distance, someone else trapped here. The story isn't finished yet. Alvarez begins noticing strange cases again months later. Children are disappearing, leaving only cracked mirrors behind. He fears the shadows are returning. A mirror in his apartment fogs up, revealing Maya's hand pressed against the glass. She whispers that the rift is unstable without her anchor. A new threat is rising, and it's worse than the Hollow One. Alvarez is torn between ignoring the warnings and diving back in. He knows helping Maya may mean sacrificing himself. The mirror shows flashes of the shadow world bleeding into reality. He gathers old case files, determined to fight again. The final note in Maya's voice chills him. They're not coming for me this time. They're coming for you. Cliffhanger ending. In the last scene, Alvarez stands before a mirror at night. His reflection suddenly smiles back when he doesn't. The glass cracks and a shadow hand presses through. Maya screams his name from the other side, but her voice distorts. The screen cuts to black as the mirror shatters. The cycle of shadows begins anew.